Hey, welcome back everyone. Don here. Today's the day. We're going to put my boxwoods in the ground. I've got 8 of these. These are Green Mountain, and I've got some topsoil here. I've got some sand. I've got some compost. I've got some fertilizer. I'm going to mix it all together and sort of sweeten up these beds to make it a little bit more appealing to these plants. So because of my yard, when they built the house, there's a lot of fill in here, and it's not very good for growing stuff. But there is a very thin layer of topsoil on everything, which, you know, the grass grows. But as far as planting beds go, it's not very good. So this is just compost, or a version of compost. It's what was available to me at my big box store. They call it soil conditioner. I just want to mix this in with my topsoil here. And this is just ordinary play sand. Because boxwood plants like soil that drains, this will be beneficial, at least I think. I'm no expert on boxwood plants by far, so I'm experimenting here. And that's just topsoil. I get this locally from a place where I can get it by the bucketful, which is very convenient actually. What plant wouldn't want to grow in that stuff? So I'll mix up 2 or 3 batches of that to go in this bed. I'm going to build it up, and where I plant these, I'll probably dig out some of this crappy dirt just to give them a better foothold. But these are the plants that I got. They're not very big, maybe, you know, I don't know, what's that, 8 inches? These are wintergreen. They say they grow to a height of 60 inches, spaced 36 inches apart. They're hardy to negative 30 degrees, and they suggest watering them weekly. I imagine that watering them weekly is after they're in the ground, because in the pots they probably need more water because the pots will dry out fast. So I don't know how far I'm going to spread these out, but I've got 8 plants, so I'm going to go just evenly. Whatever the distance is, by separating this space with the 8 plants, that's how far apart I'm going to spread them. And then, you know, hopefully they'll grow eventually into a hedge, but for the time being, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Just going to eyeball it, which is what I've done with the rest of this project. Let's just use the old eyeballs. All right, let's take a look at that. That looked pretty darn close. Time to mix up another batch. Doesn't everyone have a pink bucket? So the only thing I probably have to worry about in this location is that there may not be enough sun for these plants. These plants like a lot of sun, and this is a relatively shaded area. Let's start planting. this fertilizer is called Biotone. It's starter fertilizer for shrubs. So yeah, I've never used it. We'll see how it goes. I probably should use this in the front last year when I planted those ornamental grasses. Get a little of this down in there. It's probably too much. Read the label. I didn't. Little root bound. Try and tease these roots out a little bit without roughing it up too much. So boxwood plants want to be up out of the ground just a little bit because they need to drain well. They don't like sitting in a puddle of water. So I'm going to leave these up just a little bit. Hopefully that's not too much. This is my first time with boxwood plants, so I'm just experimenting here more or less. You guys are just along for the ride. See what I mean? That's the fill underneath this. Hopefully I've given them all the good stuff that they need. Although these are a little root bound, like I said, I took way too long putting these in the ground. I may have to put a couple of slices here. To open this up a little. Look at that. Crazy. This one's pretty bound up too. Look at that goodness. Come on. Now the mosquitoes are out. Yeah, I hear them. I hear you buzzing in my ear. You son of a gun. Beat it. All right, a little touch up, and we're on our way. So here's the top of the wall completed with mulch, and I know if you put a tape measure in between those, they're not identically spaced, but eyeball is good enough for me. Can't really tell, and once they grow in thicker, it'll be even harder to tell. Now I just got to get some water on them. So here's the 5 little ones that I planted. These are called Sprinter Boxwood, and I don't know how those are going to do, but we'll see. I gave them every chance with good soil, but I got to get those watered. I kept them off the building a little bit just because I don't want the water dripping off the roof of the shed to sort of beat them up. I'm getting pretty tired of this crap. I have a solution for that piece of junk coming up soon. So as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.